This is Kyle Simon with 4-H Network News here with Representative Judy Warnick.
Hello, Kyle. How are you?
Good. What sort of things can youth do to become more involved in the democratic process?
Well, I think working through the 4-H Know Your Government program is a very important way to learn the process. And as I understand it, there are classes in schools, current world problems, and civics classes that teach that as well. But read the paper, find out who your representatives are and your senator. Talk to them about issues that you feel are important. Get to know them. They're just people, and most of the time they're very willing to speak to people, especially the ones that are in their district. So, and I'd love to hear from youth.
Are there any bills right now that especially affect youth?
We have, just in the House of Representatives, there's two bodies here in Olympia, the House and the Senate. We have over 2,200 bills just in the House of Representatives, and a good share of those bills are for youth. The governor's program this year is education, education, education. So there are lots of education bills, and then there are several that are for health care for children too. So I couldn't give you specific numbers, but lots of bills are here for youth. And many of us have said over and over, we're here for our children and our future generations. So,
is there anything you'd like to say to your constituents?
I always end by saying be sure and contact me if you have any issue, and I've already told you that. But 4-H programs are great. Highly support them, and hopefully we'll get to see more of you.
From my understanding, you yourself were in 4-H. What sort of experiences did you have while you were in it?
I started 4-H when I was 7 or 8. I think 8 is the age limit. I can still remember the name of my first 4-H club. It was called the Silver Spurs 4-H Club, and it was up in the Deer Park area. I had a pony, a little paint pony, and went into the horses, and we also had a dairy. So I showed some dairy animals, and went all the way through 4-H until I was 18 years old. That's where I learned the Robert's Rules of Order, how to run a meeting, and I still call on that experience back there on running meetings. So, and then later, when my own children came along, I started as a 4-H leader, and so I was a 4-H leader in Grant County for over 20 years. Ran the 4-H horse program at the county fair, and I'm on the fair board, in Grant County. So, and we are still paying lots of attention to 4-H issues. So,
would you say that 4-H sort of helped you prepare for life in politics?
I think it did. Giving demonstrations, giving speeches is part of the 4-H program, and getting your point across clearly has always been a big training for the 4-H. And then also just seeing what can be done with different programs. I was involved with the animals, but 4-H has such a wide variety of programs, and I think that that's a good background as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Kyle Simon with 4-H Network News.
Well, I'm rather enjoying my trip here to the Capitol here in Olympia as a state ambassador. We've met today with several legislators and senators and representatives, and I'm really having a nice time meeting these folks and hearing their opinions about issues and bills and things that affect youth. And it seems like they might actually be truly concerned about us rather than just being polite. I'm really quite surprised by that and enjoying it.